Welcome, guys. What's up? And today is going to be again a lecture video. This time, a more special lecture video because it is something that I haven't been prepared for. I'm just going to talk like this without preparation, without any science tools, let's say, without any scientific background. I'm just going to share you my knowledge about it, which is something that I wanted to do for some time ago, and that's because here we are. The lecture of today is going to be about self-identity. You may know or may not, but knowing yourself in terms of what it is to be alive in this world, probably alone, facing alone problems, facing the conditions of life, is something indeed very frustrating, difficult, and hard sometimes. But let us go to the background, let's say, from all of it. What self-identity is. Self-identity is basically knowing yourself. It's something that it lies deeply inside of you, and it is sometimes unexplainable because people, or you or me, change often depending on the situation. But normally you should get to know you. You should know what you like. You should know what you dislike. You should know how to manifest yourself into this world, basically. And because of it, I just like to give you some ground rules about self-identity. And basically, rule number one, what you need to do in life. First thing, the most important thing, is to care about your own health. This is the number one rule. The second thing is to know yourself. Self-identity. So knowing yourself, taking care of your own health, are the two main parts that you have to understand in your life. And the third one is to get and accept the love and to give and to share the love that you have. And the fourth is, of course, being financially stable, of course. Money is not everything, but money is something, and you have to control your power. You have to control what you have. Don't spend too much, but you have to, in some way, also you have to find a balance, you know. You have to give yourself some credit sometimes. Spend some money, it's okay. You can do it. You can allow yourself to do it sometimes. Go to a vacation, allow yourself some good clothes, whatever. But, as I said, control yourself. That's the most important thing. You hear the birds singing. This is a good thing about life. Well, I don't know if he's speaking to me, but I'm clearly speaking to you who needs help. This is the thing. Okay, we get it. We get it. Understanding your components of your personality, understanding your way, how you act in life, is also connected with how you feel love and how you accept love and how you give love to other people. I will come to that later. But let me tell you something about self-identity itself. So basically, what you need to do to know yourself is to spend some time alone. Spend some time alone so that you know and to experience how it is and how to feel your own thoughts, how to feel your own actions with your own thoughts. And this is what you have to do in, for example, especially in your mid-20s. You have to be alone. You need to find moments to spend some time alone. This is crucial. You need to do that. It's important not only for your state of being, but also to know what you want, probably, to know the future. Spending moments with yourself alone means things that you might want in the future and things that you might want to correct, things that you might want to solve in the future, and you want to have some changes. And it can be also things that you want to say to other people, to people that you care. You know, certain things that are deeply inside of you, and you just need time for yourself to handle with those things, to handle with those problems. And you need to try to think about how are you going to say it to the people that you care, or to other people. I don't know, it can be anything. But one of the critics of self-identity is spend some moments alone so that you know exactly what you want. And then it comes also exactly who you are. And I'm making here a great word, and this is basically experiencing. Overall, experiencing is, part of failing, is part of being alive. And the more you experience, the more you get to know yourself. So here's the thing: spend some time alone to know what you want in the future, and also experience as much as you can, especially when you are young. I'm still young, and I'm experiencing because I'm talking in front of the camera, I'm talking with my community, that I still don't know much of it, but this is my experience that I'm doing here right now. I don't know if that is going to work in the future, but this is something that I want in the future, is to make content regardless of what type of content it is, because at the beginning it's going to be a little bit of everything, to know and to experience what I want. But in the future is something that I want to do, I want to share my knowledge, maybe get financial stabilize with making content, and to do my life like this. And yeah, it's basically that. And for me, my personal experience about self-identity is unbelievably, I don't want to say interesting, but it's also complicated. Because I always try to focus on one thing in my life, especially when I got into school, when I failed school. I just wanted to, to have my marks and to get better at it, to move upwards. And this was my goal the entire time. I forgot completely about other things in my life, but I have realized once I reached this goal, once I reached the level of education that I wanted, I realized it's not everything. I'm not done. I want more of it. I want to accomplish more. It's not enough. This is humanity, and this is a good sign. It's a good sign that you may know what you want in life and what you don't, because there are certain things that I don't want to have. And so this is the part. This is the big picture of self-identity. And now it's coming also to a direction of, do you know what kind of person you are? Because sometimes if you ask people who they are, like, who are you? It's kind of a really general question, don't you think? Who are you? I mean, you probably know your name, your age, where you come from, where you live, but who are you really? Who are you? And something that's clearly interesting to me is, who am I? And for most of the part, if I can answer it for you guys, I am, in terms of emotionally sensitive. Really. I can, there's a lot of things what you can say about sensitivity, but what I can say is that I can feel the pain of other people in some way. I'm really sensitive. I can see into people's eyes and see clearly the pain in them. I grieve with them in some way. I can cry very easily when it comes to that. When I feel that people are in trouble, that people, need help, I can see that. And I can be very emotional. I'm a person who gets nervous. It depends on the situation, but I think I am someone who can control his nervousness really well. If I have to speak in front of the class, if I have to speak in front of many people, my nervousness can get really high, but I think it's something for everyone, almost for everyone. Some people are good at it, some people need to train, but I definitely need to train in that side. But it's just nervous, yes, sometimes, but a lot of times not much. Do I feel happy? So happiness is not something that catches me often. Sometimes I feel happy, sometimes I don't. I don't want to say that I'm depressed, not at all. But it's sometimes something, happiness is, when you have it, it's good, but it doesn't last for 4 hours, it doesn't last for days, Happiness, it's just a moment there and then it is gone again, and then you need to balance that out, you need to handle You need to get yourself a handling with it, if I can say it like this. So, yeah. So happiness can vary. So in terms of emotional state, I'm going to try to make an overall contrast of emotional states that are really important to know, that are interesting to know, that people want to hear about. You know, for example, do I get angry or frustrated really fast, for example? Because it's something, it is also part of your self-identity, is to know those things, to know your strength also, and your weaknesses. So, do I get angry very fast? Again, yes, I think, yeah, I'm getting angry really fast, and sometimes I need to control this. I think it's one weakness of mine to get really fast angry or something. But I'm not getting angry physically. I'm getting angry inside of myself. Inside of me, I'm getting angry. So I could burst inside of me. So apart from that, angriness, do I feel sad many times? Sadness. As I said, I'm also very sensitive, and that's because sadness hits me, I think, a lot more times than happiness. But as you may know, it's also something that you need to control. You are more sensitive, you probably feel more sadness. Try to balance sadness and happiness, you need to find the right balance to it, you know. So sadness, I think sadness hits me a lot more times than happiness. But and I feel more sadness. I feel the impact. The impact is greater than happiness. I mean, happiness, I feel happiness, it has a great impact, but sadness hits me harder. Softness, sadness goes in the same direction. But luckily, I'm controlling it by being active and doing something productive, which is also something that I want to talk about, but maybe in a video after. So this is basically self-identity in general, and those are the ground rules that you need to know, that you need to understand. Is try to get yourself in order first. Try to know yourself, try to get your health in order, because it's something that you will get in control at the same time. You know, it goes with the wave simultaneously if you have those two things in order. That's the thing. And progression is also part of self-identity, because progression leads to know exactly, this is what I want, this is where I progress, this makes me happy, and I'm going to stack up myself to that. That's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's not very professional to make a lecture like this. It's more of a random talk than a lecture, but I think self-identity has a lot of meanings for a lot of people, and this was basically my take on it, my aspect on it, my lecture of it. So guys, May the fire be with you. May the fire stays with you in your heart for a long period of time. And yeah, have a great Sunday. Have a nice day.